You know, I had a conversation with a good friend recently. Let's call her Margaret. She just turned 72, and she said something that really stuck with me. She told me, I don't need to live to 100. I just want to enjoy the years I have left. And I get it. So many of us think that way. We assume that getting older means slowing down, feeling weaker, or losing our spark. But what if I told you that living longer doesn't have to mean just adding years to your life, but adding life to your years? The truth is, science has uncovered some simple, powerful habits that can help you stay vibrant, energetic, and full of joy well into your 80s, 90s, and beyond. And the best part? They're not complicated. You don't need fancy supplements or extreme diets. These are small, everyday choices that add up to a big difference over time. So today, we're going to talk about 5 science-backed secrets to living a longer, healthier, and happier life, starting right now. And I'll walk you through exactly how to make them work for you, no matter your age or fitness level. Let's start with something you've probably heard before, but maybe not in the right way: movement. Now, I'm not talking about running marathons or lifting heavy weights, unless that's your thing. The key here is consistency, moving your body in ways that feel good, every single day. Studies on some of the longest living people in the world, like those in Okinawa, Japan, or Sardinia, Italy, show that they don't exercise the way we think of it. They don't go to the gym. Instead, they walk everywhere. They garden. They dance. They do things that keep them naturally active without feeling like a chore. So here's what I want you to do: find a way to move that brings you joy. Maybe it's a daily 20-minute walk while listening to your favorite music. Maybe it's gentle yoga or swimming. Even household chores count. The goal is to break up long periods of sitting, because research shows that sitting for too long is one of the biggest risks for aging faster. And if you're thinking, but what if my knees hurt? Or I'm not as strong as I used to be, don't worry. Start small. 5 minutes is better than 0. The more you do it, the easier it gets, and the more energy you'll have. Now let's talk about food, because what you eat plays a massive role in how you age. But here's the good news: you don't need to follow a strict diet or give up everything you love. Instead, think of it as crowding out the bad stuff by adding more of the good stuff. One of the biggest habits of centenarians, people who live past 100, is that they eat a variety of colorful, whole foods. I'm talking leafy greens, bright berries, nuts, beans, and good fats like olive oil. These foods fight inflammation, which is a huge driver of aging and chronic disease. Here's a simple trick: try to eat the rainbow every day. At each meal, ask yourself, where's the color? If your plate is mostly beige bread, pasta, potatoes, it's time to mix in some greens, reds, or purples. For example, add spinach to your eggs, throw some berries into your oatmeal, or snack on carrots and hummus instead of crackers. And if you have a sweet tooth, dark chocolate, at least 70% cocoa, is actually good for you. It's packed with antioxidants that protect your heart and brain. So yes, you can still enjoy food, just in a way that loves you back. Now, these first 2 habits, moving daily and eating more whole foods, are already powerful steps toward a longer, healthier life. But there's another game changer that most people overlook, and it has nothing to do with diet or exercise. It's about who you spend your time with, and we'll dive into that next. You know, when we talk about living longer, most people immediately think about food and exercise, and those are important, like we just discussed. But there's something else, something deeper, that might be even more powerful. And it's not a pill, a superfood, or some new fitness trend. It's something we all crave but don't always prioritize, especially as we get older. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you laughed so hard your stomach hurt? Or had a conversation that left you feeling truly understood? Those moments aren't just nice, they're necessary. In fact, research from Harvard has found that strong social connections are just as important for longevity as not smoking. Think about the places in the world where people live the longest, the so-called blue zones. In these communities, elders aren't pushed aside or forgotten. They're surrounded by family, friends, and neighbors. They have purpose. They belong. And that sense of connection keeps them going strong well into their 90s and beyond. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, but my kids are busy, or I've lost touch with old friends. Here's the good news: it's never too late to build new connections. Start small. Call an old friend just to chat. Join a local book club or gardening group. Even volunteering just a few hours a week can introduce you to wonderful new people while giving you a sense of purpose. And if you're not the joiner type, that's okay. Quality matters more than quantity. 1 or 2 close relationships can make all the difference. The key is to nurture them regularly, because loneliness, as it turns out, isn't just sad. It's dangerous. It can increase inflammation, weaken your immune system, and even shorten your lifespan. But the opposite is also true. Meaningful connections can literally help you live longer. Now, let's talk about something we all love but don't always prioritize: sleep. And no, I'm not talking about just getting by on 5 or 6 hours. I'm talking about deep, restorative, healing sleep. Because here's the truth: poor sleep accelerates aging faster than almost anything else. As we get older, sleep can become more elusive. Maybe you wake up at 3 a.m. and can't fall back asleep. Or you feel tired even after a full night in bed. But the problem isn't just fatigue. Lack of quality sleep is linked to memory problems, heart disease, and even Alzheimer's. Scary, right? But the good news is, there are simple ways to fix it. First, try to keep a consistent sleep schedule, even on weekends. Your body loves routine. Second, make your bedroom a sleep sanctuary, cool, dark, and quiet. If you're someone who naps during the day, limit it to 20 minutes so it doesn't steal from your nighttime sleep. And here's a tip you might not expect: get morning sunlight. Even just 10 minutes outside in the morning helps regulate your body's natural sleep-wake cycle. It's like telling your brain, hey, it's daytime, we'll sleep when it's dark. Simple, but incredibly effective. So far, we've covered movement, nutrition, social connections, and sleep, 4 powerful habits that can add years to your life. But there's one last secret, and it might surprise you. It's not about what you do, but how you think. And that's where we'll pick up next. We've covered so much ground already: moving your body, eating nourishing foods, staying socially connected, and protecting your precious sleep. These are all game changers when it comes to living a longer, healthier life. But there's one final piece to this puzzle, and it's perhaps the most surprising of all because it doesn't cost a dime, doesn't require any special equipment, and yet it has the power to transform not just how long you live, but how well you live. Here's something fascinating. Scientists have discovered that how we think about aging actually affects how we age. In one famous study, researchers found that older adults who were exposed to positive messages about aging, who saw it as a time of growth and opportunity, lived, on average, 7.5 years longer than those who bought into negative stereotypes about getting older. 7.5 years. That's more than you'd gain from quitting smoking. So what does this mean for you? It means that staying young at heart isn't just a cute saying. It's a longevity strategy. When you catch yourself thinking things like, I'm too old for this, or at my age, what's the point? Pause. Challenge that thought. Because your mind believes what you tell it. Try this instead. Start framing your life in terms of possibilities. Maybe you've always wanted to learn a new language, take up painting, or travel somewhere you've never been. Guess what? There's no expiration date on curiosity. In fact, studies show that learning new skills as we age can help keep our brains sharp and even delay cognitive decline. And here's another powerful mindset shift. Instead of saying I have to exercise or I should eat better, try thinking, I get to take care of my amazing body that's carried me this far. That simple change, from obligation to gratitude, can make all the difference in staying motivated and joyful. Let's take a quick moment to revisit all 5 secrets, because when you put them together, they create a powerful recipe for longevity. Move your body with joy, feed yourself colorful, nourishing foods, nurture your social connections, prioritize deep, healing sleep, and perhaps most importantly, cultivate a youthful, positive mindset. Now I know what some of you might be thinking. This sounds like a lot. But here's the beautiful part. You don't have to do everything perfectly. Start with just one small change. Maybe today you'll add an extra vegetable to your dinner. Tomorrow, you might call an old friend. Next week, you could try a gentle new movement class. It all adds up. Remember, the goal isn't just to live longer, it's to live better. To wake up each day feeling energized and excited. To enjoy your grandchildren, or great-grandchildren. To savor your independence. To make memories that light you up from the inside. I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 5 secrets resonates most with you? Maybe you've already seen how powerful social connections can be, or perhaps you've experienced firsthand how much better you feel when you sleep well. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your story might inspire someone else. And if you found this video helpful, do me a favor. hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. We create new content every week to help you live your healthiest, happiest life after 60. Because you deserve to thrive in these years, not just get by. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching. Here's to your health, your happiness, and your next 100 years. May they be your best ones yet.